Subscribe to VidsTube for latest tech related videos. Today I have a budget smartwatch by ZKCreation that looks stunning with its full metal body design. Let's start with price and design. This watch is listed on Amazon for only 60 Canadian dollar. The price may vary at seller's discretion, and you can find the direct link to this watch in the video description. The design of this smartwatch reminds me of the Amazfit GTR 2, which would cost you $230, and I have published a lot of Amazfit videos linked at the end. Be sure to check it out in case if you're interested. However, there are no corners cut in terms of design with the Z18 smartwatch, as the body is made of metal with a nice curved glass. The body comes both in gold and black color, and for this video I have the black color model. The distinctive feature of this smartwatch is that it's super slim. It's only 10.3mm in thickness. Also, it's super lightweight. It's only 39.5 grams in weight without the wristband. The wristbands are interchangeable with the locking pin, and you can use any aftermarket 22mm push pin wristband for this watch. The dial of this smartwatch is 46.7mm, which is slightly on the bigger side, but hey, it looks great on my 6-inch wrist. Here's how it looks on my wife's wrist. Now, I really like the all metal design. The power button on the top right has the red accent ring, and the bottom right button is for going back. Both these buttons are marked on the bezel. Speaking of bezel, this watch has a substantially chunky bezel, as the display is 1.32-inch HD touch display. Now at the back there is the heart rate sensor, as well as the charging pins with few details. So in terms of design, this watch looks really good for the price you pay. Now it came in a box like this one. Inside the box there is a user manual and a charging pin. Speaking of charging, this Z18 smartwatch uses a proprietary pogo pin magnetic charger, which is surprisingly strong and holds the watch well. In terms of battery life, I have been using this smartwatch for over 2 weeks, and I only had to charge this once. So depending on your usage, you should be easily able to get more than a week out of a full charge, which is pretty impressive, especially that I have turned on the all-day heart rate measurement. The setup process of this watch is super easy and pretty self-explanatory. You will need the DaFit app that is available for free both on Apple App Store and Android Play Store. In this app, you will find 3 options at the very bottom. The first one is the dashboard, where you will find all your health data like steps, sleep, heart rate, blood pressure, and workout records. Under the device option, you'll find the connected Z18 smartwatch. All these options are pretty self-explanatory. Turn on all the apps that you want to be notified for from this notification option. Now you have to set the alarm from the mobile app, as you can't do that from the watch. Now make sure you go under others, and here is where you can change time format, turn on move reminders, all day heart rate measurement, battery saving, and do not disturb mode, along with the other settings. Lastly, under the Me tab, you'll find all your profile details, and here is where you can also adjust your goal, as well as connect this app to the Apple Health app. Now in terms of watch faces, this budget smartwatch has a lot of options. You can touch and hold on the main watch face screen to toggle between 6 different watch faces. Now if that's not enough, you can go on the mobile DaFit app. Under devices, you will find watch faces. When you go under the discover more dial option, you will find a whole bunch of watch faces to choose from. You can even have your own custom background image by selecting the dial number 5, where you can select a custom image from your phone's image gallery and even customize the time and date with the placement position as well as the colors. Now in terms of navigation, you can slide down from the main screen to access quick settings like brightness, silent mode, theater mode, battery saver mode with date, day, battery percentage, and weather. And honestly, this quick drop down menu is quite unique compared to other smartwatches. You can swipe up from the main screen to access notifications where the app are distinctly marked, so you will know which app the notification came from, and when you click on any of these notifications, you'll be only able to read part of the message. You won't be able to see any special characters, images or emojis, and for any long message or email you have to go on your phone to read the whole detail. Also, you cannot reply or interact to any of these notifications even when paired with an Android phone, which is expected with most of these budget smartwatches. You can access widgets when you swipe left on the main watch face screen, like your activity details, heart rate and blood pressure, weather with a forecast, which is pretty handy, camera shutter, which is also very handy, and despite of this watch being paired with an iPhone, when I click on the shutter it instantly opens the iPhone's camera, and when you click the shutter it instantly captures the image. Unfortunately, there is no preview or viewfinder options, and you can't even change the photo to video mode, but hey, at least there is a shutter option which is very responsive and reliable. Next widget is music, which is also great and pretty responsive. When you hit the play button, it instantly plays the music from the phone's default music player. Unfortunately, you can only play or pause or skip to the next or previous track. There is no volume control option. You certainly can control third-party music players, but for that you have to play the music from those music players first in order to control them. Unfortunately, for those whom it matters, there is no music control option during an ongoing workout screen. Last widget is the breath widget, where the watch helps you to take 8 deep breaths, and fortunately the watch vibrates on inhalation and exhalation phase, so you don't have to look at the watch to take those deep breaths. Okay, now when you swipe right, you will access the menu, which is personally my favorite menu style out of all the budget smartwatches that I have reviewed on this channel. It is a circular rotary style menu, and the menu is quite responsive to touch. We have viewed all these apps already from the widget section. Another surprising fact about this watch is that it has 2 pre-installed games. The first one is the Young Bird, where you have to tap on the screen to avoid the bird from hitting the obstacle and score as many points as you can. Comment down below your highest score, I would love to know. It's really good to see such time kill games on these budget smartwatches. The other game is 2048. So comment down below which one is your favorite game out of these two. Now under settings you'll find apps like Stopwatch, which is pretty basic and does what it is supposed to do. Alarms, where you can only toggle the alarm on and off. To set an alarm you have to do it from the mobile Dafit app. Next is timer, where you have preset timers ranging from 10 minutes to 3 hours. I really wish there was an option to set a custom timer. Now for those who don't really like the rotary style menu, can switch to list style menu from here, but I wouldn't do that as it looks dope. Next options are for brightness control, vibration, theater mode, reset, power off, about, and the mobile app QR code. All this is great, but what this watch really lacks are the basic apps like Find My Phone, Flashlight. This watch also does not have onboard storage for music or images, and this watch also does not have a built-in speaker and microphone for on-wrist audio calls. However, you do get call notifications, but you can only decline or mute the call. There is no option to answer. But on the bright side, the name and the number of the contact is being displayed. With all that being done, let's test out the fitness and the health tracking of this smartwatch and wrap this video up with my final thoughts. This watch can measure your heart rate at a given point in time, and it can also measure the all-day heart rate, which is really good as not a lot of budget smartwatch have all-day heart rate monitoring. Let's test out the heart rate measurement of this watch against the medical grade O2 ring, for which I have done a full video linked up in the card section. You can check it out once you're done watching this one. And from my testing, it's about the same at rest, but there is a huge difference with dynamic heart rate tracking. More to it later during the video. Now this watch also measures your blood pressure. I personally will never recommend any blood pressure reading except from a pneumatic sphygmomanometer. For this video, I'll compare this watch against this FDA approved all-in-one vital sign monitor by Value, which can measure a lot of health parameters, and you'll find its full review linked up in the card section, which you can check it out once you're done watching this one. Now this watch can also track your sleep data, but to access the sleep data you have to go on the mobile DaFit app. Now from my testing of this watch against the Apple Watch Series 7, this watch actually detected the sleep and the wake time just few minutes apart. This watch also recorded the deep, light and REM sleep and also gives you a sleep score to quantify your sleep. Not just that, it can also measure your nighttime heart rate variation with the lowest and the highest reading. Now this watch, as shown earlier, does give you move as well as water reminder. It also tracks female menstrual cycle and helps you to get a quick deep breathing session. Now in terms of workout, this watch offers workouts like walking, running, cycling, skipping, badminton, basketball, football and swimming. There is no auto detect workout option on this watch. Now from my testing of this watch against the Apple Watch Series 7 and this FDA approved Check Me Pro pedometer, I found that this watch fell short for a few hundred steps relative to this Check Me Pro pedometer, which from my testing with other devices reviewed on this channel is very accurate. So in terms of steps, this watch does okay. I wouldn't rely heavily on the step data from this watch, but it's okay overall. What is not okay is the dynamic heart rate measurement, that is the heart rate during running. Now this watch was recording only 106 beats per minute, whereas my Apple Watch was recording 149 beats per minute. And not just this one instance, during many of my trial test run with this watch, the heart rate tracking during workout is unreliable. So I wouldn't recommend this watch for workout tracking. Now I know I'm comparing this watch against a $600 smartwatch, but this is to give you an idea of how short this watch will be at workout tracking. With all that said, here are my final thoughts. For $60, this watch is not bad at all. It looks great and has all the basic needed features for routine use. This watch is for those who are starting out with a smartwatch and wearables and are limited on budget. If your budget is more than $100, then I have reviewed a lot of smartwatches on this channel which will give you more bang for your buck, so definitely check out more smartwatch reviews on my channel. This watch is also not that great at workout and dynamic heart rate tracking, but it does quite well at sleep tracking, steps and static heart rate tracking. It also has all the basic necessary apps like camera shutter, music control, stopwatch, alarm, timer and 2 time kill games. So that is it with this episode. I really hope you found this video resourceful. Please give this video a thumbs up as it helps out my channel a lot, and check out these smartwatches as you will find them helpful.